Hello, my name is Rob, and today I'm going to explain how our point to dollars loyalty program works. So on our screen, you can see that I'm logged into my merchant admin, and what we're going to want to look for first is the program. So the program is the way that the cards will work. Like within the program is the languages that get the cards to talk to the terminals and back into our mainframes. So what we're going to do is scroll down and find the program that says ABC Test Merchant Loyalty Video. That's the one we'll be using today. So now that we're into the program, we can scroll down to where we see the locations that are tied to this program. So it's just the ABC Test Merchant. If I had, Bill's Hoagie Shack, it could be in here too. So they get multiple locations. Same thing with card sets. So as my merchant needs more cards, I would add them from this screen. But what's important for what we're doing today is the actions and the value types. So the actions are actually what the loyalty program will be doing. So for this one, it'll be accruing 100 points and rewarding $10. So, and the other important thing on the screen are the value types. So we have points and currency. The currency is US dollars, and the points are just points. So these have to be um, determined so that the actions can work. So let's go ahead and create value types. So what you would do is, down here in the bottom right hand corner, you would click the Add button, and it brings you to the View Type Add screen. So here, it lets you choose the program, and then the type. So here it would be currency, points, punches, or custom. You can call it whatever you want to call it. And then here in currency, it's the Canadian euros, the pound, US dollars. It's what we usually go with. And then down here, balance max. So we won't let more than 1,000 be on this card. Or you could set it to 10,000, 100,000, million. Return balance. So this is the amount that you will allow someone to put back onto the card in the transaction type of a return. So you can leave that at 1,000. You could take it down to 1, or you could take it to 1,000,000. However you wanted that to operate. And then on the right-hand side, issuances and redemptions. So what's the minimum that would count as an issuance, max, and then the same for returns and redemptions. So I already have those set, so I want to go back over to the program screen. So I'm going to scroll back down to the bottom. So you see that we have points and currency already set up for our 100 points to $10 action. So I'm going to pop over to the action screen, and this is what it'll look like. So this first box here on the left is what is like the name of the action and everything that you'll kind of overview. So the name, 100 points, $10. So we're going to move to the right box, the addition after subtraction. So what this is the adding the rewards and subtracting the points. So we subtract the points to add the dollars. So what we'll be adding is we'll be adding $10 increments. So we want to set the amount to 10, and the value type we'll leave as currency US dollars. On the right hand side here, we're going to be subtracting 100 value type points. And again, these are all customizable, where it could be points, punches, however you wanted it to be, just like the value types were on the previous screen. So as we scroll down, we're going to get to the triggers. Now this is important because this is the actual, this is the tipping point for our loyalty program. So it automatically generates a begin date and end date. The end date is usually really far in the future, and the begin date is usually today. So when we go down to transactions, I set this up that the trigger will be for loyalty issuances. So that's what it'll be reading. So when we do a Lodi issuance and we get to the total of 100 is when it will trigger the subtraction of 100 and the addition of $10. So the next line down is max per transaction. So what this means is how many times in one transaction will the program look to reward the $10. So what that means is if there's a transaction with 300 points, do you want that to turn into one single $10 reward, or do you want that to roll into three $10 rewards for each 100? So by setting the max per transaction to a high number, it will continue to roll. So my program will turn the 300 points into three qualifying transactions of $10 each, which will be $30. The next one down is value. I have it set to balance range, with the trigger min to be 100 and the trigger max to be 1 million. So that means that at any point, if the points get between 100 and 1 million, it will start triggering the $10 rewards. And the value type is points. So that's what it'll be looking for. It'll be looking for 100 points compared to dollars or punches or whatever custom value type you wanted to add. So let's review. So a Lodi issuance is the transaction that will be the trigger, and we will have up to 100 subtractions per transaction when the balance range is between 100 and 1 million points. So if you just start at the top and read your way down, it should make sense as a sentence. A Lodi issuance 100 times per transaction when the transaction is between the balance range of 100 and 1 million points. Okay, so that is the actions. So now we've gone over the value types and the action. Now I will do a demonstration. So we're going to jump over to our web terminal and we'll go to loyalty. So I'm going to put in a card number and we're going to do a loyalty issuance. So I will do this one for 150 points. So what this should do is it will turn into 10 US dollars with 50 points left over. So this 0 USD will turn into 10 US dollars and there should be 50 points left here. So let's go ahead and run this transaction. And as predicted, we have 10 US dollars and 50 points. Now to show one more step, let's go ahead and put that card number back in and do an issuance for 150 points again. So what this is going to do is this is going to take our point total to 200. So that should put $20 onto our balance. So when we run this transaction, it should leave us with 0 points but 30 US dollars. So let's go ahead and run our transaction. And again, as predicted, we are at 0 points because we hit 200, which subtracted 100 twice and left us with 30 US dollars. Now for the one last step on running our Lodi programs. To redeem those 30 US dollars, we actually want to switch over to gift. That's how you actually take the dollars off of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that card number in again, switch our transaction to gift redemption, and I will go ahead and redeem those $30 off of our card. So here we go, I'm going to run the transaction. And there we go. We see that our balances have reached 0 US dollars and 0 points. So that is how the Lodi program works through my merchant admin and my web terminal. Thank you.